Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of avocado oil, and then I'm going to clear out the excess. And then I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of my noodle juice, and I'm going to put it in the bottom of my pan, and I'm just going to rotate my pan around. And if you notice, I'm doing this in the double broiler method. That means that I don't have to worry about how hot my heat is or anything else. It just does the perfect temperature. If you know how to do crepes where they're not, just normal, then feel free to do whatever style of making crepes that you can or want to. This is just kind of the heat never changes. So this for me is just an easy one. What we're looking for is on the edges here, you're going to see it dry up and come away from the pan. And that'll tell me that my crepe is ready to be flipped. And I'm going to do, and it takes about a minute on one side, but it only takes about 15 seconds on the other. So as soon as I flip it, it's just basically to set it, and then I will put it in my pan. It's not quite ready, but I can start to see it bubble right here. But as soon as those edges start pulling away, I'll know it's time to flip it. With this double broiler method, it makes it really hard to goof it up. I mean, I'm sure I still can, but it's pretty hard. Okay, so I'm seeing it bubble up now. And so what I'm going to do is take my spatula and just pull this up enough where I can get a hold of it. You can do it to where you pull it up and then put your spatula underneath it and flip it like that, or, and I'll show you on the next one, I can just literally flip it with my fingers. And in between my layers, there we go, in between my layers, I generally like to put a thing of butcher's wax or a paper towel. Okay, so next one, I'm not going to need to put any more oil on it. If your pan gets a little gunky, you're going to need to do that. Okay. So as you notice, it starts setting up a little faster on the next ones when your pan is not quite. But if you notice, it's all I'm going to make sure that I do is I don't have any bald spots in my pan where there's no egg at all. So, and I'll show you how I do this one in just the flipping it with my fingers. Like I say, if you're a little unsure about that, just pull it up and put your spatula underneath it and flip it that way. But I find it sometimes easier just to do it with my fingers than with a spatula. I tend to tear it with that. I don't know why. And you're going to want this pan as level as you can get it over the other pan. If you have a double broiler where you actually have a non-stick on the top, it works a lot better. I just kind of do it the quick and easy way. And what we're making tonight is chicken spaghetti. Okay, now see here? You're starting to see that come away from the pan. See it starting to wrinkle up? Right, like that. And so now I can put this underneath it, and that gives me enough room to do that. And then what I'm going to do is pick it up and just pop it right down there. Now, what I'm going to do when I do this is I'm going to cut off that crispy edge with a pizza cutter, and then I can slice it up or leave it just like this for a round lasagna. Thanks a lot.